All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MLM Monday. My name is Ben Dixon and I am your host. Super excited to connect with you today. Have a great topic coming from a whole bunch of meetings and excited to dig into it with you. So as you're joining in on the live stream or watching the recording, be sure to comment in to where you're watching from and share and like and do those things as you take some of these pieces and start to apply them to your business. For those of you that are new to the show, our team here works with almost 50 direct selling companies here in the space and have all sorts of key studies and work that we do all about making a real difference for brand new people who have never been in the industry before. So let's go ahead and get started. The big question today is why your MLM company is not growing and what to do about it. And the question here comes down to one word. The word is focus. And we're going to talk about the word focus and another acronym that we talk about quite a bit on the show, SPEED, because these are the things that are true. The thing that we see all the time in direct selling companies is people being focused on things that aren't going to create them revenue, or focused on things that are the nice to haves but not required pieces of growing revenue. If you really want to break it down in direct selling, network marketing, MLM, right? What are the things that you do that actually make a difference? Well, there's 5 of them. We call them SPEED, right? It's sharing, presenting, enrolling, elevating, and duplicating. That's assuming that your company already can receive money and pay out commissions and can get their product out to people. So if you have a product or service, or a lot of people say, well, all you got to do is be able to receive money and pay out commissions and get your product out on time. Those are the givens. Once you've done the 3 givens in your company, it is absolutely critical that you're able to achieve speed. So let's go through one more time if you're taking notes. It's sharing, presenting, enrolling, elevating, and duplicating. These are the 5 activities that actually grow businesses. Whichever one you're the weakest at is how slow you're going to grow. So let's go ahead and take a look and just break them down here today. Sharing, right? What do people do to engage others, people who have never heard of your company before, people who have never experienced your product or service before? How do they actually engage others? That is sharing. Presenting, how are people learning about your products and your opportunities? What does that presentation look like, feel like? What is that? Enrolling, how do people get actually enrolled as a distributor in your company, or IBO, or stylist, or consultant? How do they learn about that opportunity, and what does that feel like? Elevate, what happens to the training process? What happens to brand new people who join your company who've never done this before, and what process do they go through to be able to then duplicate that entire process? So this is the piece to talk about, and this is what's so interesting. Every time someone asks me, oh yeah, we're stalled, we're not growing, this is going on in our life, I can always bring it back to speed, because it's one of these 5 things that's just not happening. And it's as soon as you walk through this exercise, you're going to be able to see it for yourself and say, there it is. And that's what I want you to do today. So first piece, sharing, right? What does it feel like to share? How are you helping your members share? Are you telling people, yeah, just say these few things to people on the phone? Or are you giving them resources to share? Are you giving them tools that make it easy to share? Are you presenting a sharing process to your people that doesn't feel daunting? Here's the question, right? When you can answer it yourself, you got to take a moment right now and write down what are the things you invite people to do to share. Possibly tell them to send certain text messages, or say certain things to people, or ask certain questions. Possibly you have gone even further and are doing some modern things that actually work today, like giving them done for you content to share with others, right? The flyers of yesterday, of 10 years ago, and the product samples are the done for you social media content today, right? It's the blog posts, it's the images, it's the videos that you're giving the reps to share that are making a big difference today. All right, let's look at presenting, right? How are people presenting your products to others? Do they have to do a one-on-one presentation every time? Well, you're going to get a limited flow of those because there's a limited amount of finite time in our world, right? Or do you have other tools they can present with? Do you have a quality video that in 2 or 3 minutes someone could watch and learn about your product and make a buying decision? What difference would that make in your life? make a big difference in your life. And so why don't we look at how people present in your company, right? And what that feels like. And is that too daunting? Is that something where brand new people who've never done this business before could look at your business and say, well, I could do that, right? I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with one-on-ones. One-on-ones are fantastic, but they take time for people to learn. They take energy for people to be able to be good enough or confident enough to do them. So what do you give people to do while they're gaining that confidence, while they're gaining that ability? That's the question. E, enrolling. How are you actually signing up people for the business opportunity and presenting that? Is that a part of your regular presentation, or is that separate? Is that a step 2? Is that done on a one-on-one basis or on Zoom webinars or on Facebook Live? Or are you as advanced as a lot of the folks in the space doing replicated webinars where top leaders in corporate close on behalf of the people who invite them? So you start to see these are the things that are the big difference of what does it feel like. So what you want to do is you want to evaluate where the breakdown is in your process. And the only way you can do that is by tracking. One of the things we do that I think is really interesting is in our CRM, it's really simple to look and say, well, how many prospects as a whole did the company get last month, right? How many new people filled out forms on capture pages? How many new people registered for webinars? That's a pretty cool number to think about. Another thing you can always look at is, all right, out of those people who filled out forms on capture pages webinars, how many of them actually became a customer? How many of them actually became a distributor? You can start to see where your breakdowns are in your process. Are we even sharing enough? Are enough people even coming in the front end of the funnel for it to matter, right? The front end of the process. Are we dropping the ball on follow-up? Do we have a lot of people come in the front end, but we're losing them all as soon as they come in on the back, right? Are we not powerfully following up? These are the questions you have to ask yourself. You have to go through your own process of what you're teaching and focus on these. This is the part that's going to make it different. Now, one of the things that I'd love to do for those of you that watch the show and check this out is I'd like to do this with you. We have a team here that builds out speed process decks all the time. It's a service we do for free. It's looking at your company and taking case studies and saying, well, what would be a powerful speed process to where people would be able to understand this company and see themselves doing it, right? If you wanted to look at one of those for your business, reach out to our team, send us a message here on the fan page or send me a message personally. I'm glad to connect with one of our staff to do that, because this is the thing that's going to make a difference. If you're focusing on your business here and you're looking at 2018, what's going to be different in 2018 than it is right now, it's going to be what speed feels like at your company. What does sharing feel like? What does presenting feel like? What does enrolling feel like? What does training look like? What does duplication look like? These are the things that are going to make a difference. So you're checking out the Monday show and you're looking at the things you're going to do that make a difference. That's what you want to tap into. So we're excited to assist you folks. Thank you so much for coming out to the show today. My big encouragement to you is to take on focusing on your speed process here as you enter, wrapping up this year strong to launch 2018 in a huge way. Have a blessed day. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.